Welcome back to the Reese Russell Show. I'm your host, Reese Russell. Today, I got a very special guest. We got a phenomenal episode coming up. Um, Billy Bob, he's one of the most pivotal people in my life when it comes to stand-up comedy. He used to own a comedy club in Las Vegas called Extreme Comedy Club. It was dope. One of the best. They had these long leather couches, these love seats. It was comfortable. He gave me my first 15-minute set. Good dude. He does stand-up comedy, but he's now into life coaching. And we were go through the show a little bit before, but we got to talking. He's very inspirational. He gave me a lot of motivation and a lot of game. So I'm gonna introduce y'all right now. Coming to the Reese Russell Show. Give it up for Billy Bob.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm
Good,
feeling real good right now. You done gave me some advice out there. You gave me some words of wisdom and some game.
Yeah, a little free life coaching for you. You know what I'm saying?
He went to plug too. He's
little free life coaching for you. That's all. Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about it. Tell life coaching. What I know, because I already know the answer to that. You cannot speak without giving game. Now you said, look.
It's a gift and a curse, man.
It's a gift and a curse. What makes it a gift?
Well, I feel like everybody don't want to help people. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have the ability to help people. So because I've always been in a position to be able to help people and know how to help people, it has to be a gift. Because where else it come from? You know what I'm saying? I say it's a curse because it's like I can't open my mouth and say something without being helpful. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it feels natural.
It does. Just because I've been doing it all my life. It's like
every time you open your mouth, you're giving advice, and it's not anything. It is not necessarily about specifically your life. Sometimes you're just telling a story about yourself, and it resonates.
Right. I feel like one of the gifts I have is being able to, and we kind of talked about this earlier, being able to see things that other people can't see for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So if I see something that you're doing and I'm like, oh, wow, he got something great here, I can give him this piece of advice and it would help him take what he's already doing great and take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you share that information or do you just keep it to yourself?
And you have chosen to continue to give out the game.
I share and until it almost hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm learning now to not share as much, and because the game is to be sold and not told, as they say.
Yeah, you gotta put some money on it.
Yeah.
And people don't typically respect things that they don't get for, like that they don't have to actually pay for.
Right.
And if you have value in something, if you tell me I could put on a show for you, and I say, all right, how much would you charge me? You say, it's free. My mind goes, hold on, man, what you about to do over here?
Right.
If you were worth your salt, you would be charging me for something.
Exactly.
The life advice that you give is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
And you got into life coaching.
Yeah, I got into. Well, I was already doing it. I feel like I just didn't know life coaching was a business. I didn't know it was a thing. It was like, oh, you should just be a life coach. I'm like, what is a life coach? And as I looked it up, I'm like, I'm already doing this. You know what I'm saying? It just, I had to do it in a more defined manner, a more structured manner. But I was already doing it. So helping people with, goal setting. I find that a lot of people that I've helped have been in situations where they felt stuck. Not knowing what to do, what the next direction was, not feeling no motivation or inspiration. They're like, what do I do with my life right now? Like, what should I be doing? How can I make some money? How can I be like you? And most people come to me, they're like, hey, man, I see you doing your thing, you hustling, you. And it's like, how can I do that? And now I have to sit down and help them figure out what their gift is, what their talents are. What are they good at? What do they enjoy doing for a long period of time? Some people jump into things, they enjoy it right then and there. But it's like, oh, man, I don't really like this. Then they end up switching, So it's like trying to sit down and talk to people to find out what they really want. Because that's the biggest thing. Most people don't know what they want.
It feels like you're really meticulous when it comes to giving advice to people, like your clients. You get an understanding of it. And then you go, this little bit right here, you're on the right track. all you need to do is this, and you're over here. What's a typical session like? Like if I hired you as a life coach, and I say I got $2,700, does that give me like a 30-minute session?
No. So the way it works, the sessions are based on need. Not everybody needs multiple sessions. Some people might talk one time and feel like I'm good. Some people might just want to check in once a month. Some people might need a conversation once a week. So typically, our session is $99. So $100 for an hour session, right?
And I get it there, you give me.
So in that session, the first step is me asking a series of questions, and that's just me getting to know you, trying to find out what it is that you want. Because really, the help I provide, I'm pulling out of you. It's already in you. You just need help accessing it. You need help identifying it and being able to commit to it. That's why one of the hardest things to do is for people to make a decision, because once you make a decision, you're now committed to that decision. You're held accountable to that decision. Most people don't want the accountability, so they don't make the decision.
Decision is the hardest part.
It's the hardest part.
You give them goals to set.
You got to set goals. And these have to be things that you want to accomplish, you're passionate about accomplishing, and you have a why you want to accomplish it. You get what I'm saying? And then we have to set realistic goals, realistic expectations for reaching those goals. And then we need consistency in order to get to those goals or getting those goals accomplished,
That I typically can do all that, but the analytics of the end and going, what did you the writing down every single day? Did you do it this day and check, and doing this day and check, and doing this day and check? That has always been the hardest for me, because it actually shows you what you actually did.
Right.
Did you post the 6 videos you said you were going to do, or the clips? And once you go through and you start writing those down and tracking those, you go, that's why I'm not where I'm at. I want to be, because I'm not doing what I need to get done. And it seems like you could definitely help a lot of people with that.
Yeah, well, because you need a routine, Yeah, write it down, man. I'm giving you all this. Hey, man, you had to pay for this interview, man.
He said I'm charging the hustle. I like the hustle.
Yeah.
It seems like you have that. What switched from you giving it away for free to actually getting the money? What made you
being taken advantage of? Being taken advantage of. Yeah. When I've been through things with people, and people take advantage of you. And it's just like when you get hurt, just like in a relationship. Every relationship, whether you're in a relationship with a chick or if you have just a friend, like you and I, we're friends. So this is a relationship. If you do something to hurt me or I do something to hurt you, the relationship ends, right? But you learn the reason why that relationship ended. And now you got to fix it so that the next relationship don't end the way that one did. So when I say, this is where I went wrong in the relationship. And I say, you know what? I can't do that no more. That was damaging to the relationship. Giving away the information, being as passionate about somebody else being well more than they're passionate about them being well could damage a relationship.
That's where you say it ties back to the gift and the curse.
Yeah.
Of you going, I have to be able to tell you that.
Right. So now I live in a way where it's, it's not my business unless you pay me for it to be my business. It's none of my business. That's what I have to live by now. That's why it's no longer free. Because now your life is none of my concern. It's your life. Now, if you pay me to give you advice, now I'm invested. Now I want to ask questions. I want to get to know more. What are you thinking? How do you feel about that? What do you think you could do better? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Now I'm interested. Now I'm invested because you're paying me to be invested. Other than that, I have to mind my business and focus on me.
Shoot, that's a good way to get the bag. Say, nah, y'all didn't want it when it was free.
Yeah.
Back then, it didn't want me.
Yeah.
Now I'm hot all over me.
I think that's the lyrics.
It is. Man. Yeah. Mike Jones, I almost forgot his name. Mike Jones. So life coaching, get a routine, understand. That's some great advice. Just period. And not everybody can take it. Not
Right.
everybody can take advice. I fell into a situation like that with people close to me, thinking I could give advice, but it's harder to give advice when I could give the best advice in the world, but them being able to trust what I say, I would have to be doing and practicing what I preach.
Right.
I can't be out here doing one thing and telling them they should be doing another, whether they should be or not. I'm not the best person to give that advice to somebody. So that's deep.
A prime example is comedy. Think about comedy for a second, right? If you were on stage doing comedy and somebody was sitting in the audience listening to your joke, and in their mind they said, ooh, I know how to make that joke they just told 10 times better. They may or may not share it. You may or may not be even open to hearing it. You get what I'm saying? It's somebody's advice. It's somebody's opinion. It could make it 10 times better. It could make your joke 10 times funnier. Possibly. But you got to think, are you open to receiving this information from this total stranger sitting in the audience at your show? See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you might have a moment where somebody is eager to come to you and tell you some advice that they feel like will help you. But depending on where you are and whether you're willing to receive it or not, it could even damage that person. They'd be like, nah, I was so excited. I thought they was going to love this information. You know, prime example.
It can come from good moral. Go ahead.
Prime example would be, did you hear the story about Snoop? So Snoop told the story about how he talked to Nipsey Hussle about playing his role in Straight Outta Compton. They wanted Nipsey Hussle to play Snoop Dogg. Did you see that?
I've seen it.
And Snoop Dogg talked about how he talked to Nipsey Hussle. And Nipsey Hussle was like, you know, I appreciate the opportunity. Snoop was excited. He thinking, yo, Youngblood gonna be,
He went to the house.
yeah, he gonna be excited about this. You get to play me. And Nipsey like, nah, I don't want to play you. I want to be me. They gonna see me. They gonna forever see me as you. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the best decisions because his name is Nipsey Hussle because he's Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Not because he played Snoop in a role.
So think about those moments where Snoop was excited to share this information. And then boom, like, dang, this person wasn't even excited to receive this information.
And every single time, and doing this repeatedly over and over again with different individuals led you in your life to say, hey man, I ain't gonna be in your business unless you give me that check.
Yeah, I'm gonna mind my business from now on.
And you hustling too. Tell us about the Gifted.
Oh man, Gifted is a brand.
What's it mean before the brand? What's the message? Because I'm not sure either. What is the word? I know what it means as a word, but what does it mean for you?
For me, I'm a faith-based person. I'm a Christian, so I feel like we're all gifted. You know, the Bible say we're all gifted. So that's kind of the message behind the brand. We're all gifted. I wear it to remind people who may forget that they're gifted. That hey, you gifted. So when I wear my stuff, it's a reminder to whoever see it to let them know they're gifted. Because sometimes people could be in a dark place and not remember that they're gifted. And so one of the things I did was when I was down, took some time off, I wrote a book called Gifted by the Creator. Yeah, I wrote a book called Gifted by the Creator. And in that book, I talk about how to discover your gift, develop your gift, and operate in your gift. Because your gift is designed to make room for you. But if you don't discover that gift and then develop it so that you can operate in it, then, you'll never be able to enjoy the life that comes with operating in your gift, because your gift makes room for you. So imagine the room that you don't have because you ain't operating in your gift.
Preach.
So that's kind of the short message of Gifted.
You wrote a book?
Yeah, called Gifted by the Creator. I need to make some edits to it, so I haven't been promoting it. That's probably why you don't know. I stopped promoting it because I found some mistakes in the book, and I was just like, you know what, I need to fix it, but I never got around. I self-published it. Yeah, I self-published. That's the problem. That's the problem. But
that's the problem with self-publishing. He said, a little editor, ain't nothing wrong with a little editor.
Yeah. I just need. Well, I had an editor, but still, it still was an oversight.
How does that work?
Man.
Do you get a refund if I paid for a tax man and then I go to jail for
You know what? I probably could go back on it because I used you ever heard of Fiverr, right?
Yeah.
So I used Fiverr. I found a proofreader. I found an editor on Fiverr. And
you found a dude who said he was an editor on Fiverr. You found no standing there on fire. You found my cousin.
I fell for the trap, bro.
You thought you were gonna get a whole book published for $12. He said, I'm about to use Grammarly.
Oh man. That is hilarious.
Is this book?
Don't give me the line. I want to say it's like 90 some pages. I want to say. Yeah, it's not a very long book.
It's a big pamphlet.
Yeah, it's a big pamphlet. It's a big old brochure. It's short, sweet, and to the point.
That's where you get the message. Right?
Yeah, it's short, sweet, and to the point.
Can you give me a quote or something that inspired you to write the book or something like that?
Man, so there's a scripture that inspired the book. Yeah, there's a scripture.
What's the scripture?
The scripture says that. You want to look up the scripture?
Well, I want to. Matter of fact, I'm writing it down like this ain't going out on my channel. Go ahead. I'm invested.
Because I can't even think of the scripture right now.
But okay.
So what it says is, it says that, dang, now you make me want to know, because I feel like I can't be on here representing and not be able to know the scripture.
I'm with it.
Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, here we go.
I'm definitely there.
All right, you got to talk about something else while I find this, man.
Okay, well, we got a lot of stuff. I had a question for you.
All right, go ahead. Ask your question while I look this up.
Favorite place you've ever performed?
Ooh.
Because I know you say you've been out for a year. A lot of people, he's been out he hasn't done stand-up in a year. And he know he has the drive and the spirit and the fire for it. So I want to get you in the mind that your ass is getting back on stage. So what was your favorite place to perform?
Honestly, man, my club was my favorite place to perform. Yeah, I've had some other fun places that I did perform at, but by far, Extreme was my favorite place to perform. I had my own weekly show that did really well. I felt at home doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I appreciate you putting me out.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. It wasn't many people who I had a chance to work with, but you were one of those people, and I appreciate even the opportunity to work with you, man. You were awesome.
Thank you.
You were awesome. So.
You wrote a book during that. You were off during the pandemic. Came back. That is something that you followed through, and that's admirable for you to sit down, write a book, self-publish it, get it out, go through the editing process, put the book out. Did you? You should promote it, man. Sometimes you.
Well, I am. I just got to make the edits first. So once I make the edits, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna re-promote the book and start, advertising again. I just took a break just because I didn't want to promote the book, because the edit that needs to be made is big.
Okay.
It's a typo that says, it's supposed to say you don't have to be perfect, but it says you have to be perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
That's a big typo. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I was like, yo, that's the biggest mistake to leave in the book, because it changes the entire message.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
People going through and getting the message and telling people they have to be perfect. Yeah, that's
yeah.
What you talked about earlier, and that's why you always got motivation. You talked about when you listen to the failing,
I hope you fail.
I hope you fail.
Yeah. That was
talk about that.
Yeah, it was just during a time where I just was at my lowest because I failed, and it was Pastor Jamal Bryant. He had this sermon. I think I found it on YouTube. It was called "I Hope You Fail," and the whole message, he was talking about how, even in Scripture, there was stories where before a person succeeded, they failed. Majority of people who succeed in life fail first. So he was like, you have to fail first. So I hope you fail, because the closer you get to failure is the closer you get to success. There is no success without failure. So the message was, I hope you fail. And I was like, oh, so I was supposed to fail. I felt good about my failure at that point. I was like, oh yeah, I failed, but I was supposed to fail,
That's amazing.
So, But yeah, I did find that scripture too,
Okay,
by the
go
way.
ahead.
You
I'm
ready?
ready
All
for it.
right.
Absolutely.
So it's 1 Peter 4:10. This is what inspired me to write the book. It says, God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Right? So there's other scriptures that I like to support that scripture, but I just like the fact that he's saying, hey, look, all y'all gifted. And look, you're supposed to use your gift to serve your people. Most times we don't end up doing things we enjoy because we're not serving people. We're all gifted to serve somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gifted to meet the needs of somebody else. Like, I feel like my life coaching business meets the need of somebody else.
It has to for people to want to be able to spend and invest money.
Exactly.
In the business to serve. That's deep. And you say everybody's gifted. We're all gifted.
We all got a gift. We all got a gift.
You think we all find our gifts?
Not everybody find their gifts. There's a lot of gifts in the grave, bro.
Oh.
It's a lot of gifts in the grave. It's sad to say it that way, but it's a lot of gifts in the grave. Some people don't discover their gift. They don't take the time. You think about people who commit suicide, they give up because they feel like life ain't worth living no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people who end up in dark places and they never come out. They never meet that person who can light that fire again for them, or light it for the first time if it's never been lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be a reason you wake up every day and do something. They say life ends when you stop dreaming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to always be dreaming. What do you want? That's the biggest question I ask people. What do you want? Once you know what you want, you can lock in on it and you figure out how to make it happen.
You reverse engineer it.
You figure out how to make it happen. Exactly. You find a way. You'll Google how to do it. We're in an era now where everybody's learning everything online. How to do this, how to do that. You can be whoever you want to be nowadays. Go on YouTube, watch a video, you that.
You're a mechanic.
Bro,
you watch 6
one
YouTube
video.
videos.
Bro, 42 minutes on YouTube, you a mechanic, bro. Certified.
Bring your car over to my garage on my porch. I got you.
Bro, so.
And what keeps you with the drive? But like, does it, when somebody doesn't follow your game plan? We're all human. We're all not, nobody's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was one of your, what do you call, is it a client?
Yeah, client.
Client. So I'm one of your clients. I come to you. I tell you what I want. We devise a plan to get it. And the advice that you give me, I don't take.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you feel incomplete?
Not at all.
Or you go,
that's your life.
I'm giving you the best.
9 times out of 10, most people don't do what they're supposed to do. It's just like, I've been on a fitness journey personally, you know, and it's like, I know from the old me to this me, there was a lot of discipline I had to have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sacrifices had to be made to lose the weight. Bro, I was 341 pounds.
When?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Not since I know you.
No, not since you know me.
I was
but
about
yeah,
to say.
I've been on this fitness journey since you know me, bro. So it's like, when I was bigger.
You're not even 250 right now.
Nah, I'm 230.
So you lost 111 pounds?
Yeah.
That's a number right there for you.
So.
What's
It
the
takes.
end goal?
For me, I'm trying to get down to 185, bro.
185.
I'm getting down to 185.
Pounds.
Yeah. I'm about to get down to 185, bro. That's the goal.
And how has that journey been?
It's been awesome. It's very fun. I discovered a lot about myself. You know. Well, I discovered that, you know, I love to eat sweets. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't know it till you cut it out. You're like, man, I want a chocolate chip cookie right now. Like, no, literally, Reese, right now, like, I want a chocolate chip cookie. You know what I'm saying? But you learn what it takes to have discipline. You know, that's the biggest thing you're learning.
Substitutes to like that are healthier options?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're a cold turkey cutout.
Yeah, I cut out stuff, but I'll if I feel an urge to have something, I'll Google and see like what's a good substitute for chocolate or what's a good substitute for whatever I have a craving for. But normally I've been on this track where as long as I stay hydrated, normally I can cut any craving.
Can you show the water bottle?
Actually, I'm about to drink some of my water, so you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I keep my water on
Bro,
deck.
that thing the size of your torso, man. It's a Yeti.
Yeah, it's a
It's
Yeti.
for a Sasquatch. It's for an abominable snowman.
Hey,
man.
get you some water. Stay hydrated.
That's a big ass. That's a weapon. And if you live in California or any place where they don't let you conceal carry, you can use that as a weapon. Smack somebody in the face with it.
Yeah, I got my Glock at the bottom of
He
that.
said,
Say
you think it's a water bottle.
that.
No, Baltimore. You moved from
Yeah,
Baltimore.
from Baltimore, man.
Do you miss it?
I do miss Baltimore. All my family's there, except for my dad. My dad moved here, but yeah, I miss the food, my family. Man, Baltimore got some of the best food, man.
Hold on. Y'all got is it the mumbo sauce?
No, that's DC. Yeah, that's
Hold
DC.
up.
We known for our seafood.
Seafood.
Yeah, we got Old Bay seasoning. We got the seafood. Yeah, seafood is the thing. Crabs is the thing in Baltimore.
And it's Old Bay out of Baltimore.
Yeah,
Old Bay.
yeah, Old Bay.
What's the?
You never had Old Bay seasoning?
Not that I've gone to a couple of seafood places and maybe they had some Old Bay with something else in it.
Man.
I've never had the actual Old Bay by itself though.
I mean, you don't eat it by itself. You sprinkle it on like the seafood or something like that. Like we have Old Bay wings, so we eat chicken wings with the Old Bay seasoning.
No, I ain't had none of that. What's it taste like?
Um,
Lowry.
It's almost like a Lowry, but more Cajun, like a more Cajun Lowry type of.
Like Lowry
seasoning.
with the lobster in it.
With just a little bit of spice, almost like a different type of spice in the Old Bay that's not in the Lowry. Yeah. You got to try it. You got to experience
Have
it.
you been to any place in Vegas that reminds you of the food you get in Baltimore?
No, not at all. But the closest I've gotten is a seafood spot. I can't think of the name of it right now, but they ain't paying me to say their name anyway.
So it don't matter.
But it's on Rainbow and Sunset, and they're from Maryland. They're from Maryland, so they have a whole Maryland theme. It's not Baltimore, but they have a whole Maryland theme restaurant, and they have like Old Bay wings in there. They got crab cake, stuff like that.
It reminded you faintly of where you
Yeah, a little bit. It's not quite the same, but they appreciate their effort. You know what I'm saying?
And you miss Baltimore. You plan on staying in Vegas?
I don't know. I don't know how things gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
You're
I'm like,
a married man now.
oh yeah. Got married last month.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank
It was
you.
last month?
Yeah, December 5th, I got married.
Oh, I just saw you post about it. I thought it was previous to that.
Nah.
That was actually.
Yeah. That was a live photo, man.
This is a honeymoon phase.
I guess that's what they call. I mean, but we've been together Valentine's Day would be 9 years. We've been together, so
9 years.
we've been together for a while.
So it doesn't feel. It feels like you married.
It feels legit, but yeah, we've been together for a while. So
to say you still love her as much. Okay, I like that.
I feel like it's legit now, you know. So I feel better. Like, all right, it's legit, you know. So
And she's happy too.
yeah, she's happy. Hopefully she's happy.
He said, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Bad girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the rule. What do you? I typically ask, what do you want the world to know?
What do I want the world to know?
What do you want the world to know?
To follow me on Instagram so I can have a lot of followers. If the world could follow me on Instagram, I probably would stop life coaching and start.
Let me pause right here. Would you rather have $5 million or 5 million followers?
$5 million or 5 million followers? Give me the dollars, bro.
You taking the dollars?
I'm taking the dollars.
Taking the 5 million.
Yeah, I'm taking the dollars.
If you know what you're doing with 5 million followers, you can turn it into more than $5 million. But if you don't know what you're doing, that 5 million come in handy. You can flip that real quick if you know what you did. See, that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Five.
Can't lose.
You can. Yes,
you can't
you
lose.
can.
You can't
You
lose.
can lose 5. Yes, you can.
No, if you take $5 million right now as opposed to 5 million followers right now, you could do a lot more today with that $5 million than you can with the followers. Because guess what? Even if you want to make money off the followers, now you got to create something to make money off those followers. you're gonna have to do some work to get it. 5 million, you ain't gotta do nothing. I just say, yeah, give me the 5 million. I got 5 million right now.
What's the first thing you do with that 5 million?
It depends, man. Cause I'm a very calculated person. So
you calculate.
now I'm gonna have to charge you $99 because now you wanna get in my business. You know what I'm saying? Cause now you know what I'm saying. Now you want to get in my business. Listen, man.
To come on here and promote and not tell me what to do with my.
So here's the first thing I would do, right? And I'm a big believer in generosity. So you gotta donate. You know what I'm saying? The way I've always gotten back is I've always given. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about monetarily or time?
Yeah, monetarily or time. Yeah, you give and you receive. You know what I'm saying? So boom, portion of that going to charity. You know, whether it's a nonprofit I start on my own or whether I find a nonprofit that I want to put some money behind, that's the first thing I'm doing. Second thing I'm doing is investing in real estate. Real estate.
It's the time?
Always the time. You always invest in real estate. It's always the time.
The market ain't about to crash.
Well, I ain't talking about, housing. I'm talking about land, commercial real estate, where you can have businesses paying you rent. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if it was a Walgreens and you owned the property and they renting from you.
They're reputable.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of mindset I'm on. Like my dollars need to work for me. So I'm not spending money on no frivolous stuff. I'm not going on shopping spree. I'm not about to go buy a bunch of houses that I ain't gonna get a chance to live in. So
your wife gonna need 50. She gonna need 50 to go.
Nah, she good.
That's what we all say.
She good.
But right now, you give me $5 million and I'm coming to you as a life coach. I'm gonna say I got $4,900,050 because I know the 50's gone already. It's already
I ain't even telling my wife I got the $5 million.
You ain't gonna tell her?
Nah. Why would I tell her?
Shoot, that's the first. Yeah, that's true. Hold on. What's she?
Unless she pay $99 to get in my business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it goes both ways. For you to give
for $99, you can know my business. And for $99, I can know your business.
He said if you only get an hour at a time, so you better start asking.
Business is supposed to be profitable, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a business.
I'm a firm believer to do something you love. I'm in the part where when it comes to having a proven product, being great at stand-up, being great as a writer, and having all these things, I realized that just being talented does not equate to money. I understand now it's about getting the bag. If I have to take a step back in what my pursuit is and come, like right now, this is well known. I did not anticipate having a podcast. I genuinely love what is created here, but for stand up and for comedy and the pursuit and the career and the choice that I make, I got to get on that social media game. So it's the paths you got to take to go. If you want this, you know what you got to do to get it. There's people that you know that are talented and not making it because they ain't out there getting that bag. So teaching people to go get that money is a dope mindset, a concept.
Yeah, and then the other piece to that is knowing what's going to be productive and what's going to be counterproductive. Because some people are busy doing things that's not going to bring them any real wealth or what they really want. You know, think about people who do comedy, who've been doing comedy for years. Some people we probably know that's hilarious, but they're not getting paid off of the jokes they tell. Why? Because they just do live shows every once in a while, and guess what? It's nothing to show from that live show, other than the person say, "Hey man, you was funny, bro. You was funny, bro. Hey, I enjoyed you. I saw you at such and such. You was funny." That ain't gonna take you nowhere. And just like with any business, the goal is record and distribute. That's the game. Record and distribute. Even music, you record and you distribute. If you're writing a book, you record, you distribute. In any business, that's the goal. You record and you distribute.
Jay Leno has a quote. He says, "Write joke, tell joke, get check." That's a motto that I'm definitely living by. Write joke, tell joke, get check. So, however you get that check by putting it out there, and you be in the streets. You're Andre, you always, I see gifted everywhere. Everywhere you standing out with the shirts, you got the hoodies, your wife, I be seeing the dances, I be seeing all that. So you actually push it. And we talked about gifted as what it meant for you, but you also got a clothing brand behind it.
Yeah, so this is what we have. I mean, we have hats, we have sweatsuits, sweatshirts, t-shirts. We got anything people would want. You know, we about to do some little kids clothes and stuff like that. So, yeah, man.
You sound a little modest over there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, it's a grind. You know what I'm saying? Just with anything. I don't want to put it out there like, oh yeah, I got this big clothing line that's doing really, really well. You know, but it's a brand that we did. I never wanted to open up a clothing line. So it just turned into a clothing line. And I try not to get trapped into that, oh, this is a clothing brand. So ideally what I did was I turned Gifted into a social club.
A social club?
A social club.
What's a social club?
I wanted to have a place where people could come and feel a sense of belonging. A social club where people come together, network, bring their resources, and grow together. You know, and that's another thing.
Space?
Yeah, that's another thing about me. I feel like a lot of people miss out, especially in this day and time, they miss out on building community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so worried about self. I need to do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that for me. And you forget about the people who are around you that we're supposed to be supporting, right? So say if I do start a clothing line and I want somebody to buy a shirt, buy a hat, but I don't know nobody, who gonna buy it? You get what I'm saying? It's easier to sell stuff when you have a community of people. Like when you look at that fraternities and sororities, for example, if a member of a sorority open up a business, guess what? She's gonna tell her sorors, and they're gonna support her business. Mm-hmm. Same thing in a fraternity. It's who you know. A lot of people don't know nobody these days. They stand to themselves. They just look online. They just scrolling.
In a day and age when we're so accessible to people.
Yeah.
I used to have to go next door or across the street and knock on my friend's door. Mm-hmm. Now all I got to do is this. Yeah. But we all, I'm included, we all go, man, I ain't about to mess with this. And I don't feel like it. Yeah. And it gets to a point where you got to, if you want to get paid for what you're good at, you got to open your mouth. And there's a scripture, you as a spiritual man, Christian, right. I am a Christian as well, but I know it as, how's the saying go? Closed mouth, don't get fed.
Right.
There's a couple scriptures in the Bible about that. Mm-hmm. Open your mouth, and you shall receive. What's that one?
Asking you shall receive.
Asking you shall receive. There you go. See, I know the Bible a little bit.
A little bit. It seemed like it. Yeah, you know every other word. I was sitting here waiting. I was like, he about to make up a scripture right now.
It came out.
Yeah.
It came out that God spoke to me right there. He said, here's the word. He said, I asked and you gave me ask.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's I'm with that. Yeah. So get that bread. He said, you're not getting no money. I ain't telling you nothing unless you give me that 99.
Right.
And do you have do you have people that, like multiple people that you work with?
Yeah, multiple people, yeah.
And do you train people to actually work with you to work with other people? Or is it just
I'm not doing that, it's just me. Gotcha. I don't have nobody doing what I do, it's just me.
Can't nobody do what you do.
Nobody, I feel like there's only one of everybody. You know, there's only one you. Like nobody else can be Reese Russell. Nobody else can do what Reese Russell does. Reese Russell's job is to find his audience, which is what you're doing here with a podcast. You're putting yourself out there, what you do best, and you're waiting for your audience to find you. You're attracting them to you. And I feel like that's what you're supposed to do.
Look at that.
There's only one you, man.
$99.
No, you didn't.
I appreciate
That's for
that.
free. Yeah, that's for free. See, I'm so giving.
Yeah, you're gifted. Gifted and giving. And he picked money over the followers because that's the right way to go if you're doing that. Would you 5,000? I'm trying to think if there's a money equivalent that you would take. Nah, because I'd rather have $10,000 than 10,000 followers.
Yeah, because you got to think about it like this too. if you had $5 million right now, would you even want to be famous and have 5 million people know you? Or would you want to live your life and not? I mean, because you got to think, to have 5 million followers, 5 million people know who you are, which means you're famous.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I want this attention? Or if I can get the money without the attention, would I take the money?
If I got $5 million, I could go 100% into my stand up all the way, and I probably wouldn't be podcasting. I would be back because I would then be able to not only put on my own shows, have my own comedy club, be touring, not having to worry about anything else with the 5 million. But as of right now, with the talent and the level that I'm at, 5 million followers, 5 million followers. I get a lot of shows around this country with 5 million followers.
But are these real followers? Are these paid for? Are these bots? Are these bots that are?
It's $5 million worth of followers.
Yeah,
that's how much it is.
Oh,
real legit. And that's the difference. You got a great point, though.
Yeah.
There's a difference between followers and a following.
Yeah.
You can have followers that don't do, if you do anything, but
right.
if you have a following that supports you like the sorority,
right.
Imagine having 5 million AKAs as your net. You put out a T-shirt, it's gonna go sold out real quick.
Right.
But I'm with that. I'll take that 5 million. I'm gonna listen to my life coach that I got right now.
Man, take the 5 million, man. Like, why put yourself back in a situation where you gotta work hard and keep grinding? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
I heard somebody say. Somebody said, "Oh, it was Country Way." He said, "Money don't make you happy, but it gets you just close enough to where you can't tell the difference."
Man,
I'm definitely with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. We actually about to wrap up. You got any? Let them know about your. Where can they follow you, Billy Bob? What's your social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook as Billy Bob Jackson. I'm on Instagram as Created by Billy Bob, and my website is CoachBillyBob.live. So yeah, those are places to find me. CoachBillyBob.live.
That even sound good.
Yeah, that's why I did it. CoachBillyBob.live. You gotta brand yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Before you go, how did you get the name Billy Bob? Cause you black, dog.
So what's wrong? Billy Bob a white name?
You know Billy Bob is a white name.
For years, bro. For years, I used to go on job interviews. I never had a problem getting a job interview. I ain't gonna say I never had a problem getting a job, but I never had a problem getting a job interview because of my name, William Robert Jackson. So people would always ask me like, "Hey, you go by Bill or Billy?" And I was like, "Nah, it's William." I used to make people call me William by my name. And I would never let them call me Bill, Billy, none of that. None of that. Just William. That was my name. They call me by my name, or don't call me at all. You know what I'm saying? So when I started doing comedy, right, I was like, you don't want to be like, coming to the stage, y'all. We got this funny dude coming to the stage, William Jackson. You're like, that nigga don't sound funny. You know what I'm saying?
William Jackson?
Yeah, that don't sound funny to me. So my real name is William Robert Jackson. So the equivalent, if I was white, I would be Billy Bob Jackson, because William they call Bill, Robert they call Bob. So I'm a real life Billy Bob Jackson. So I felt like that sounded funnier than coming to the stage, William Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So Billy
and you
Bob.
go by like people that I don't know you by anything other than Billy Bob. Do people close to you call you William?
People I work with call me William. People I work with professionally will call me William. Most people who know me personally, and some people that work with me professionally now still call me Billy though. So some people converted over, you know.
I do. I just wanted you to let that.
Yeah.
I be forgetting Billy Bob. You the only Billy Bob I know that got some brown on him.
Yeah.
Bob from Baltimore. I appreciate you, man. This was great. I genuinely, as soon I knew the second that I had this started, I was gonna have you on. So I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's a dope platform you got here, and yeah, this is dope. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. I'll be doing this multiple times a week. Reese Russell TV on Instagram. Reese Russell TV on YouTube. The Reese Russell Show. Peace.